From Kenmore Lanes, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. We got both divisions at once. Handicap a little ahead right now, and do not adjust your screens. That's Anthony Dang. He snuck up here from the southwest and terrorized the northwest today, leading the tournament to plus 369. Pretty high scoring shot today, but he outstruck them all. Looking for his 4th career JBT title, and that's what he's been doing all day long, folks. That's a 3-bagger. He's giving 16 pins to number 2 seed Johnny Leggett. Johnny won the semifinal match to get here over Hayden Childs. Childs beat Connor Gracia the match before that, and Connor beat Michelle Jensen in turn to open up things here in the handicap ladder. To the right, that's a, wow, that's a solid 8 is what that is. 2 of our veteran collegians back from college on summer break. It's Perry Crowell and Cameron Weir. We'll talk more about them later. Right now we have 4 hands and no thumbs in the handicap division, as they're both 2-handed bowlers. Anthony from the left side, Johnny from the right side. Welcome to bowling in 2013, folks. Lots of variations on the no thumb delivery. No matter what happens to Johnny here, this will be his career high finish. Previous was a 3rd place finish at 20th Century. So at least one better, and right now he's in trouble as he has gone strike, spare, spare, open, spare to open up the game here. We thought it would be somewhat high scoring today, but we didn't expect this. Extremely high scores. It took plus 63 to make the cut today in handicap. That's high. Wow, and that's unlucky right there. It's a pretty good shot. 4 9s, what can you do? Connor snuck into the 5th and final spot at plus 239 today. So you had to strike today. Some days you got to strike to keep up, other days you got to spare. Today it was showing off those strike balls. Leggett gets the 1, but he's in big trouble here against Dang. Anthony's primary reason for coming up here is that he is in the middle of the all-conference handicap division points battle. Him and Alexis are within 6 points of each other, I believe, going into today, and this is quite a coup for Anthony to sneak up here and get a couple tournaments worth ahead. And boy, oh boy, give him he likes the longer oil patterns because that 2-handed delivery is such a high rotation pattern, or high rotation game. Interesting thing here, I want to point out that Cameron is standing as if there was a ball return right behind his legs. The reason he's doing that is he's in front of the ball return on the right-hand lane, so he wants to imitate that feeling on the left-hand lane. Some players do that, but that 410 is going to give Crowell the early lead. Interesting move from Weir. Meanwhile, Dang working on a 4-bagger. And I think at this point, Cameron and Perry have to be happy they're not playing Anthony for the title. Yes, sir. No limit, as long as you got a good reason for doing so. That left-hand lane was brutal to Tanner Spacey in the semifinals. See if that ends up being the difference for both of those bowlers. Dang switches balls, but even that doesn't hold on there. You see how much friction there is on the outside portion of the lanes there as he whiffs that 7. Gives Leggett the tiniest, microscopic little opening here. He's going to have to get some X's on the board himself. It's not going to matter what Anthony does. Johnny entered a 150 average, all 8 games over that average with a high of 226 scratch. Meanwhile, Anthony is now a former 167 average. That's going to skyrocket overnight. Where's the love? Another nice shot from Johnny, and not get the 10 to react. Johnny also switches balls, does a little bit of a end-over-end thing to prevent the ball from hooking on the back. That's a nice idea, and that's a nice cover. Anthony going at a 216 scratch pace. Leggett going at a, oh dear, 175 scratch pace, I think. So even giving 16, that's not nearly enough. Get some X's on that board, Johnny. Did it last match. Another good shot. Wow. 4-9. Half 10 and a fast 8. I think his little rolling of the eyes we caught there tell the story. This is Anthony's first Pac Northwest event. Leggett, meanwhile, not a factor in the points this season. He is sitting in 36th coming in. The top 32 in points move on to tomorrow's Invitational. He also makes that just by making a top 5 earlier this season. Top 10 finishers today get into the invite. That got Haley Christian. The ultimate good news, bad news. Bad news, you finished 6th by a pin. Good news, you're still in the invite. It was a good day to miss by 1 pin. Dang here just wants to fill frames to wrap it up. Oh dang. Anthony is leaving this whole conference saying dang right now. Where did this kid come from and when is his flight back? We'll see if he hangs on in part 2.